That's far enough.
His thoughts invade your own, probing for purchase. Your parasite purrs in recognition.
Ah, one blessed like myself. What news, true soul? Who better to suss out his like?
You'll find Z'rell in the audience chamber, true soul. She'll be wanting to hear from you.
That's what I call an invitation. Let's find Z'rell and get this caravan moving.
Praise the Absolute.
Moonrise Towers. If this is indeed the very center of the Absolute's schemes, then the source of our problem must be in here somewhere.
We're in the belly of the beast now. Try not to do anything too heroic.
You've got something to say?
Plenty of supplies if you're running low, true soul.
In her name.
There can be no doubt. This is the place. This is where we'll discover the secret of the Absolute.
Another true soul. The disciple will want to see you. Through the main doors. Welcome, true soul. The disciple will have work for you, I expect. So much to be done.
Well, Flo didn't tell a lie. She said you'd find me, and here you are. Karlach, isn't it?
Now there's a name I'd hope never to hear again. What was Flo doing here?
Didn't think to quiz her about her business.
Florenta the Garotta. A Cambion I knew back in Avernus. She was the closest thing I had to a friend. That said, she would have choked the life out of me if I ever turned my back on her. The fact that she knows where I am, where I might be going, doesn't exactly delight me. Maybe. Probably. I don't know. She's a half-devil. Impossible to read. I wouldn't have given her the time of day, but even I needed a laugh once in a while. What can I say? The bitch had good jokes.
Enough chatter. Your friend gave me 3 soul coins, said I could sell them if I wanted. But if I kept them for you, she'd consider it a favor owed.
Soul coins, huh? This could come in handy.
But she did have a condition. For every coin you take, you've got to hear the story of the soul trapped inside.
There you have it. Flo came all this way just to try to make me feel like shit. Clever use of her time. Memorized a bunch of sad stories on her behalf, did you?
Didn't need to. Your Flo did some devil woo-woo and stuck 'em in my head. Couldn't forget now if I wanted to. You want the coins or not? First coins got the soul of a woman named Mavery. She was born to a cruel mother and a violent father and 3 evil brothers, all named Baldur. She never knew a day of love in all her life. When she was a girl of 15, she sold her soul to Tiamat in exchange for someone who would love her unconditionally. She got what she asked for. A fellow named Clint, destined to be her soulmate, struck by a cart and died a few moments after clapping eyes on our Mavery. Poor guy. The scud of her soul is yours now.
Thanks, I guess.
Sure you will. This one has got the soul of a man named Frakes. Lived in a village near Neverwinter. Hit hard by the worst hunger in 1,000 years. Frakes called out for help. Prayed for his children to have meat to eat. Zariel answered. Made old Frakes grow flesh upon flesh after flesh. His wee ones had all the meat they could stomach.
He should have known. Better to die 1,000 deaths than let Zariel into your life.
Whatever you need to tell yourself. Last one's got the soul of a little boy named Ungir. 8 years old. He liked playing in the sun with his friends. That's all I know.
That's all?
That's all. Oh, and this slip of scratch.
Well, thanks, Flo. Hearing a bunch of desperate horror has ruined my day, which I suppose was the point.
You got 3 soul coins out of the bargain, didn't you? I'd quit whinging if I were you. I did my part. That means our business is done. Unless you've got actual gold to hand. Better hope you can handle what I've got.
I was a farrier in Desarin Valley. Then the dreams came.
My brothers had the dreams too. Same as me. They wouldn't admit it.
The Absolute calls us all.
One of her blessed, aren't you? To hear her voice, I cannot imagine.
The Absolute herself called us here. They cannot stop us from seeing Zorel now. Brothers. Sister.
Back of the line. I'll be the first of us to swear to the General.
Not all of us survived the shadows to stand here. My wife, my sons, they were unworthy.
It's Roa you want? We only talk when you've misbehaved.
And this was funny when it was just goblins branding arses, but you lot mean business, eh? Ah, a new face come to bask in the light of the Absolute. How can I be of service, true soul? Of course. Just before some godless lunatic purged the place of every innocent soul. A pity neither of us saw what happened. They were a little more frothing at the mouth than faithful, true enough. Here, though, look around. All manner of beasties united against the enemies of the Absolute. Quite a god to bring them all together, and quite a fool who draw their ire. More concerned that your business might be bad for my business. So don't go kicking the hive while there's still some honey to be had. An honor.
I wonder what the next move is.
To stand this close to...
Lost in thought.
I never thought I'd make it.
You'd find better lodgings out in the war camp, True Soul. I know we're all one under the Absolute, but you do not want to bunk with an ogre.
Don't mind Mig and her meat sounds. It's just her brain slopping around in her skull.
Hush! Meat sounds above. Here.
For a moment, you do hear it. Flesh sliding on stone, like a living being extending through the walls.
Pig! In walls above! Maybe whole tower. Loudest near kitchen. But Mig banned. Not allowed to pet nose. You find meat? You share. Shh. You loud. Bunch of the others were rounded up in the main hall a while ago. They ain't come back.
Wouldn't head into the main hall if I were you. Zarel and Keferic are working on some poor worm.
Heard a rumour some do-gooder stopped a horde of absolutists from getting their hands on a load of druids in some grove. Whoever it was, better pray the general doesn't smoke 'em out. Be a bloodbath, so it would.
What's cooking?
At the ready.
There's something above. Moist and organic. Oh.
A moment, True Soul. You use a spoon to stir the soup, Barnabas. Forget the axe, my darling. Now, how can I help you? Soft and sweet as pudding, isn't he? He no longer remembers his life in the wild. That is the gift the Absolute gave me when I stood before her. To rewrite the lives of her faithful. Make them believe there's something better. I have. It is one thing to hear her voice. Quite another to feel the power she can grant. Observe. Barnabas! sweetie. Come show what a good boy you are. What would you like him to do? Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, Barnabas?
You feel her will surge outwards and envelop the creature, inexorable as the tide.
No, Barnabas! We talked about this. You now. That is the gifts the Absolute gave. What would you like him to do? Oh.
You feel her will surge.
No, Barnabas! We talked about this. Now, that is the gifts the Absolute have. What would you like him to do? Oh.
You feel her will
No, Barnabas! We talked about this.
Something above. Moist.
A moment. Now, that is the gifts the Absolute have. Barnabas, what would you like him to do?
You feel her will
No, Barnabas! We talked about this.
Like a rope drawn taut beneath the blade, the connection simply snaps.
Now, Barnabas, darling. No!
There's a parasite in that core.
All trace of restraint is gone. Barnabas has tasted blood, and wants more. As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority. narrow crack in the wall, you hear something shift against stone. The pulse of a crawling, living thing. You can't quite catch a glimpse, but you recognize this feeling. The same alien presence you felt on the Nautiloid. Your awareness unfolds, expanding through every wall in the tower, every mind. A vast living network extending down into the dark, where something wakes.
I can feel it. Looking. Deep inside.
It's a trap! Tendrils snap like iron cords around your wrist. That presence in your mind looms large, closer now. With a soft sucking sound, your hand pulls free. The flesh within the wall retreats.
Let me try it next time. Look fun.
The tentacle pulses within the wall.
The Chosen's blurred.
Enough.
Now that
Just leave the bloody true souls to their business.
What's to say they couldn't be us? Oh! Looks them to serve you well.
And more about them who hang around this door like your bats.
Many hearts, one soul, of many thoughts, one mind.
Defender of the people. Let's give it a go.
You have my attention.
Making me sweat.
About my magic.
I wouldn't have if not for the lantern. To think the absolute graced such a creature.
If you have coin, then show it. Get mo-
Your family will answer.
Shh! I'm trying to hear what's going on in there.
I saw it, Trousseau. The army. They're nearly ready. It's nearly time. We march to Baldur's Gate. I'm trained as an assassin. House Hekar. Perhaps I can serve as a scout or special operations. When the call comes, I'll be ready. Us? We are so many, and we are marching to Baldur's Gate as soon as the Absolute gives word. I've never been to battle. I've never been to war. But I feel so calm, ready.
So,
Welcome back, true soul. Zurel is holding an audience with the General, deciding the fate of those who have failed the Absolute.
I will not be slandered! General, you saw my reports. You know it's not my fault.
The facts suggest otherwise. You were ordered to retrieve the artifact. You failed to do so.
If I had been given drow warriors instead of goblin trash!
Oi! What? You scrag!
Enough!
A blast of mental energy washes over you, filling the room. Your tadpole squirms, urging you to obey.
Let me make sure I understand this. You're claiming that General Thorm gave you the wrong soldiers?
Yes. No!
You blame the Absolute's Chosen for your failure?
Of course it is not the General's fault.
Whose then?
The goblins! They failed me. They failed us all.
You lying little...
And what would you do to those that have failed you?
They are put to death, obviously.
True. Ultimate failure must earn ultimate punishment. Night Warden Minthara, your crime is incompetence, and your sentence is death.
No!
Make her passing slow, Disciple Zurel. Be creative. A new true soul come to share their wisdom? And what do you have to contribute? A pity, then, that her faith was so inadequate. Take her below.
No! Please! Mercy! Please!
Bye-bye, princess.
Kill the goblins, too.
What? No! You creaking old bag of shit!
I'm so sorry, my lord. She's an unbeliever outside my control.
Try again. Dispose of the rest as you see fit. Or better yet, put that true soul to use. You have far more important matters to attend to. Or have you forgotten?
Of course not, my lord. Thank you. You heard the General. The goblins are yours. Deal with them however you wish. Here in the seat of the Absolute's power, your authority over them is complete. They will obey any command. Report to me upstairs when you're done.
You wouldn't hurt me, would ya? We're mates, me and you. Practically family. regret this. Praise the Absolute!
The seat of the Absolute's power, occupied by a general that cannot be killed. But his followers are flesh and blood. We must learn what fuels his power.
Soldier? What's on your mind?
The Absolute's all. It is disciple.
Remember your place. General Thorm's prayers and preparations must not be disturbed. The rooftop is off limits to everyone.
Even you, disciples, Rael?
Everyone. Keep watch and ensure that nobody passes. Excellent timing, true soul. The goblins, tell me how they suffered. No, better yet, show me.
Her mind enters yours abruptly, flickering across your memories in a blaze of excitement. She sees the goblins walking free, and a burning rage fans across your mind like wildfire.
Explain yourself. Very pragmatic, but very boring. Let's see if there's anything interesting in this brain of yours.
She parts the folds of your mind again, touching your wants and hopes, tasting them. Every emotion soaks into her mind's palette. But there is purpose to her exploration. She is searching for proof of your faith. There is a tremor of shared ecstasy as she finds a mirror to her own desire.
Perfect. You crave what all true souls should, to be touched by the Absolute. I have already been blessed to stand in her presence. It was bliss. She gave me everything I wanted. Why not? What's the point in power if you don't get to have a little fun every now and again? She gave me the power to cut the thread of life with a thought. But I can caress as well as cut. That's why you should stay on my good side. And the best way to do that is to serve General Thorm. I have a mission for you.
That's it. Play along. The closer you can get to the General, the closer you'll be to the answers you seek.
There is a relic that General Thorm requires. He sent his most trusted advisor, disciple Balthazar, to retrieve it. The relic is beneath the Thorm family mausoleum. That is where you will find Balthazar. But we have lost contact with him. Go there, aid Balthazar if you can, and bring the relic home. And I accompanied him. It was destroyed shortly after he left Moonrise. Hardly a surprise. We're protected here, but outside the shadows are hungry. Death would not silence Balthazar for long. But dead or alive, he is lost. Whatever has become of him, it is the relic that matters. It is something that General Thorm desires, and that he has ordered us to retrieve. That is all you need to know. The shadows around the mausoleum are deep and hungry. You'll need a moon lantern to survive them. Take one from Balthazar's chambers. But don't pry. The last person who snooped into his secrets lost their head. I believe he uses it as a chamber pot. So why are you here, instead of out there looking— Oh, good. I love answering questions.
It is not your time yet, Blessed One. The rooftop chapel is reserved for the General's private contemplation, save for those he chooses to ascend.
This must be the place. We have to get inside.
I'm sure you have done a great many things to get this far, true soul. But above, you will stand in her very presence. Such an honor requires more.
Her words are diplomatic, but her face betrays her true feelings. Utter contempt for you and all your kind.
Disciples Rel has given you a chance to earn that honor. I believe you will find your rightful place in her design. Either you will ascend, or you will fall, and I find use for even the fallen. I hope that is some comfort to you. I have
been caught breaking the rules. You have a horrible feeling the next thing broken might be your skull. They believe you. For now.
Seen the view out west from the terrace? All those beasts camped under one banner. That's the Absolute's power. The General's power.
Hey, true soul. What's the word? Armies gathered outside. The General giving us marching orders. The necromancer? The general won't leave one of his own behind. He might be the Absolute's chosen now, but he's still a soldier at heart.
On it.
The pride of the gate. I'll see what I can do.
Elminster's not around, so might as well.
No time for stargazing. More's the pity. Something over there.
necromancer was experimenting on the tadpoles. But they were already imbued with Nethery's magic. So where did that magic come from?
No trouble at all.
Ripe with magic.
This night song's the source of Ketheric's invulnerability.
That name. Not the first thing you'd think to call an artifact of the Absolute.
Maybe we can turn it against Ketheric, or destroy it.
Then we better get searching, shall we?
A ritual circle. Judging by the shadow sigils inscribed, it was used in the creation of Balthazar's moon lanterns. Though its power is weakened, you could still use the shattered pixies Balthazar discarded to craft one final lantern. Not to repel the shadows, but to wield them. Mystra forbids the use of such magic. She would insist the sigils be destroyed, the circle's evil dissipated. But she is not here, and you are. The circle's power remains. It doesn't take much. The sigils fade. For the briefest moment, you feel the touch of a reassuring hand on your shoulder. Mystra has noted your service. Though its Mystra forbids the use of such magic. The circle's power remains. Down your spine. A thrill or a shudder? When such power is now yours to command, does it really matter? Mystra forbids the use of such. It doesn't take much. The sigils fade, the circle's tainted magic dissolving harmlessly into the ether. For the briefest moment, you feel the touch of a reassuring hand on your shoulder. Mystra has noted your service.
Soldier, you saw the extent of Flo's friendship. She'll lend you a hand, long as she can crush your spirit while she's at it. I knew never to let my guard down around her. She always made me laugh, even when I least wanted to. If she'd been completely different from who she was, we might have been real friends. Nothing worth reading. Cambion manipulation at its most obvious. Thank the gods. And I do, every day. What's on your mind?
Well, my day just improved. Did you want something? He's trouble. Worse, he's a traitor. Whatever loyalty he had towards Lady Shah is long gone. It would please her greatly to see him meet his long overdue end, I'll wager.
In my years as the Blade, I've witnessed countless cruelties, faced unimaginable evil. But Thorn, he is made of pure hate. The Sword Coast will rejoice when the bastard's fallen. My father is somewhere in this tower. I won't leave him in Thorm's hands. And lest we forget, we've a devil to rescue. 2 missions, 1 destination.
Not in a mere prison cell, certainly. My guess, Thorm will have confined him in the bowels of the tower. The deeper we dig, the closer we get.
A goblet filled with the mutilated corpses of illithid parasites. Whatever ungodly experiments were performed on them likely killed them.
So why are you here instead of... Oh, good. I love answering questions. It is something that General Thorm desires, and that he...
you. Do you yet recall your name, prisoner?
We will take it from you soon. Love cannot hear you. She has forsaken you.
There are...
You were adored, Minthara. Brought up from the darkness and into the Absolute's light.
She cherished you, but it wasn't enough. You were distracted by your own desires.
Bloodlust, murder, chaos.
And most damning of all, an inability to follow orders.
I obeyed to the best of my ability!
And isn't that depressing?
You are nothing.
Minthara's mind connects with yours. It's strong as you remember, but fractured, disintegrating.
Come to observe, true soul. She is a lesson. None can rise so high that they cannot fall again. We are erasing her. Willful, though. But you are right. Whatever is useful, we will leave intact.
None of you will break me!
Wrong!
What is this? Pity? Rebellion? Blasphemy? Stand down, or we will put you down! I think not.
Queen of spiders.
You blood and you
Minthara.
Come to observe, true soul. We are erasing her. No, this is our duty.
Peace, sister. Let us observe the true soul's methods. Perhaps we can learn from them. Her mind is yours. Break it.
Immediately, your mind is swept into a greater vortex. A psionic storm with Minthara at its center.
Cannot hide. Submit.
Her torturers are not dominating her. They are destroying her mental defenses and exposing her to something else. The Absolute. Navigating the storm, you reach the nexus of her mind. It is a wound, bleeding raw emotion and shattered memories. But she senses your arrival.
So it is you who will end me. Make it swift, then. Anything to silence that thing. That voice. I would prefer to make these bastards bleed. But I trust that you speak from caution rather than cowardice. I will put my faith in you and pretend to be their slave.
Her mind fills with warmth, and she gently releases you.
Is it done? I did not feel her mind break.
No, my sister only meant to compliment your delicate work.
Indeed. Seems I have a bit to learn yet. We ought to return to our posts, sister. There'll be plenty more prisoners to practice on.
An ill thing to let an enemy show their back and live. Prudent. Let us go, then. I will be your mute and faithful slave. For now. What is it? What's wrong?
Minthara is supposed to be in a cell. You have some explaining to do. You avoided a fight this time, but bullying your way...
You really do have a way with words.
Oh, of course. Perhaps our prisoners will be your bed. Find you some know.
Apostates must suffer by your own hand when needed. It is the Absolute's way.
I'd bruise every traitor's mind 1,000 times over if the Warden commanded it, and I do hope she commands it.
What's next?
Damn, it's good to be alive.
A hero at heart.
Quite ready for you.
Did you request this post too? I'm glad I got the Warden and not Zarel. Don't get chatty with the prisoners, mind you. The Warden won't like that.
Your conversation has been cut short. These prisoners are for Disciple Balthazar's attention only. Your reasoning is hard to argue with. You're free to speak to the prisoners.
You want to help? The gnomes couple cells down are up to something, and we're in.
I can't read bloody minds. Go on, before someone sees.
You ordered that guard about as if you were the Absolute herself. What do you want with us, exactly? Huh. And why would you be so inclined? Barkus is out here? Didn't think he had the stones. Well, if he sent you, you're no slave to the Absolute. You're a damn wolf among sheep, aren't you? I reckon you and I were meant to meet. I'm Wilburn. All that matters is how we're gonna get out. Us and the tieflings both. An iron hand leaves no one behind. We need tools. That head case of a warden robbed ours, but anything that breaks rock will do. Even if it's not Iron Hand quality. Whatever you find, throw it through the bars. But for the love of Gerdel, make sure a guard doesn't see you, or we're both done for.
We won't let them win.
Stone, I feel it. Hollow behind the back wall, and beyond. Water. I'd bet your feet fly fast, my friend. Any luck with those tools? Tools! Something that can crack rock.
Don't speak to the prisoners. The Absolute forbids it.
You spark of the familiar. Do I know you, true soul? Perhaps not. Your face is rather bland. Regardless, know this. I am the warden. The prisoners are my charges, and I answer to Disciple Balthazar himself. Stay on my good side. You are no...
Let me guess. The Absolute is the only way. Don't bother. Why do...
Your conversation has been cut short. These prisoners are for Disciple Balthazar's attention only. Your reasoning is hard.
You want to help? The gnomes couple cells down are up to something, and we're in.
I can't read bloody
Did you request this post? Don't get chatty.
You ordered that guard about as if you were the Absolute herself. Huh. Buck, well, if he's... I reckon you and I were meant to meet. I'm Wilburn. We've got a plan. For us and the Tieflings both. But we're scuppered without the right equipment. We need tools. That head case of a warden robbed ours, but anything that breaks rock will do. Whatever you find, throw it through the box.
I bloody hope not. If he saves us, I'll...
Your desire.
Regardless, know this. I am the Warden. The prisoners are my charges, and I answer to Disciple Balthazar himself. Stay on my good side.
Your mind swirls with information about the prison. The small levers behind the warden's desk open every cell, while the larger one triggers the alarm. And interesting items confiscated from prisoners lie above the warden's office, just up the ladder.
If you are going to stare, kindly do it elsewhere. As I said, you are free to roam where you wish, but do not speak to the prisoners. Indeed. But all are kept out of reach and under constant surveillance in the office above. Prison security is my highest priority. A pity you're already failing, then.
That is the plan, Nicholas.
There's something evil here. Below. Down. Down. Ah!
Breathe. I've got you.
Unless this evil can get us out of here, I don't want to hear about it.
Have you slept at all?
Have you?
Good work. We're gonna wait until it's quiet and then bust out the back wall. We'll grab the tieflings along the way. We'll need them if it comes to a fight. You, however, are the clincher. Once we move, keep the patrols busy. If the bastards spot us, all of bloody Moonrise will come down on us. We'll move once it's quiet. Until then, be ready.
Should leave. And soon.
That is the plan, Nichols. Something evil here. Below. Down. Have you slept?
Have you? Breathe. I've got you.
Unless this evil can get us out of here, I don't want to hear about it.
What a charmer.
Sharp as ever.
Wits and blades, always sharp. What's that?
We should leave. And soon.
Your feet fly fast, my friend. Any luck with those tools?
Have you?
Go on. Move. The quicker, the better.
Surely.
I am not.
But we've seen... what? 5 true souls? Don't get too close to the prisoners.
All's well here?
Enjoy the view. This feels like it'd stretch all the way to the Sea of Swords on a clear day. I'm afraid you missed the ship, Trousseau, but there'll be another along soon enough. We're already stacking the cargo. Baldur's Gate. The army marches overland, but we sent some friends ahead to smooth the way. Nothing of note, just supplies for the battle ahead. I've already checked it twice over.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Right you are, I suppose. Check away.
You've got something?
A wave of sick familiarity radiates from one barrel amidst the cargo. Tadpoles, sleeping and scarcely aware, but echoing yours 100-fold.
Look at them all. Enough to infect an entire army.
A pattern of blank minds, newly born. They carry only a bare shred of memory, inherited from something older. A sleep of centuries. The birth and destruction of a settlement above, forming only background noise to the dream. Until something descended down into the darkness, and the dreamer awoke.
It's not too late to stop the cult from using these things. Now's our chance to change them or fry them.
That is still. Placid, the winged serpent of the Zentarim. It seems their pursuit of profit extends even here.
You know, I've been catching myself.
Hey, soldier.
Stand clear. Respectfully, true soul. Just doing my job. They say the Absolute sees our work and elevates the worthy. And I don't plan on being a guard for long, true soul. Thank you.
quicker, the better.
I'm a large man, and that's a very small hole.
Feel free to haul a few boxes. We need all the hands we can get.
I last left Moonrise as a commander in the Absolute's army, obeying the voice of a god. I thought I had found a home and a purpose.
Now I leave as an exile. But you risked your life to rescue me. For that, I am grateful.
The artifact connects with her, pulling your minds together and showing her all that you have seen. The prism, your dream visitor, the protection that keeps you from obeying the Absolute and becoming a Lithid. She knows it all in a moment. Her mind reels, but is no longer clouded. She accepts the truth. She has no choice.
There is much we must discuss. Do you have a safe place to camp nearby? Goodbye for now. I will see you soon.
Greeting.
Yes.
It does not compare with the comforts of home, but your camp is almost palatial in comparison to my previous accommodation. Thank you for allowing me to come here and for bringing me back to myself. Each memory that returns to me is more disturbing than the last. The things that I did in the name of the Absolute. The things that were done to me. They broke my mind. Strength will not save us from an enemy that can dominate our will. While our tadpoles live, and the cult have the means to control them, we will never be safe. We must eradicate them, starting with General Thorm. I mean Ketheric. My deference to him is a habit that will die hard, I fear. It is the safest place to be. Swear that you will keep me close. Until the Absolute is dead, at least. The prism will protect me. You will fight alongside me and help me to get my vengeance. I knew you were different to other true souls when we met, but I could see nothing clearly. Now, thanks to the prism, the Absolute does not cloud my thoughts at all. I see that together, we can have our vengeance on those who infected us. Rest well, and keep your wits about you. Tomorrow, we go to war with the cult of the Absolute. I do not sleep unless I wish to. Until I feel safe among this company, I shall spend my nights planning for the fights to come. Then let us go forth and conquer. Or something to that effect.
You need my expertise. Awaiting orders.
No rest for the wicked, I see.
Drow is unpredictable, uncompromising. I respect her almost as much as I distrust her. You're full up. Dismiss someone first. Ready for battle.
Which way to the nearest library?
Eager for battle.
Seek and you shall find me.
away from Waterdeep.
Yes?
I hope this is important. For your sake.
Lovely day, this. For now.
It doesn't seem long ago that Minthara would have sought to kill us, and now we've welcomed her along. We're nothing if not magnanimous. A bit crowded, don't you think? You'll need to swap out someone if you want me. Lead the way, then. I'm ready.
I applaud your taste.
I want to be clear. Letting Minthara tag along with us was your idea, so if you wake up with a dagger to your throat, that's on you. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry for looking out for our collective hides. But fine. Take her if you wish. Just know I'll be resting with one eye open. I would, but you have... Well, in that... How delicious.
Charmed, I'm sure.
No time to dally.
Salutations.
When we win,
My brothers had the
who
dreams
up
too.
and make us know?
Same as me. They wouldn't admit it.
The Absolute calls us all to...
Ever at your service.
but oh, taste! Make thought true souls was brave.
That map had marked this spot.
The reaction failed.
She sees everything we are. Do you understand? There is no hiding from her.
What a day.
Chosen's blood. Now that would be a prize.
Hey ho.
Oh, I have the magic touch.
What now?
Yes?
Just a pinch of. Is this hallucinogenic?
There's eyes in.
Araj O'Blordra, trader in blood and the sanguineous arts. It is a pleasure to stand before a true soul and your pale companion. I'd like to offer my services, if you're willing. I trade in blood and the potions that can be wrung from it. I'm more than happy to make you one, if you'd honor me with your blood. With one drop, I can brew a rather potent potion for you. The rest, I keep for myself. Research, naturally. A little experimentation, perhaps. I have an innate curiosity for all things sanguine. No idea, but it will be unique to you. Your blood essence and the Absolute's blessing intertwined. We can learn exactly what that means together, Just a little prick and it's all over. Close your eyes. There we are. All of your very best traits in a bottle. Use it well. Although perhaps there's one more thing we could discuss. Your friend. He's a vampire, no? Or one of their spawn, at least.
Oh, don't worry. We're all friends under the Absolute. I won't bite.
Oh, I'd prefer if you did. I assume he belongs to you? I'm sure he really believes that. How utterly adorable. Do you have a name, Spawn?
Astarion, but hold on.
Good. Now, Astarion. I've dreamt of being bitten by a vampire since I was a young girl.
I'm sorry. You want to be bitten?
To feel your life's blood slipping away. To dance on the edge between life and death. Yes, I want it. I'll even compensate you. A potion of legendary power that forever increases the strength of the one who consumes it. It's not for sale, but it's yours. If you bite me.
I will have to decline.
Excuse me? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and you're squandering it.
I gave you my answer.
Can't you talk some sense into your obstinate charge?
I'm sorry, but could you excuse us a moment? Are you actually asking me to do this? Trading me for some potion? Because there's something wrong with her blood. I can smell it from here. It's rank. I can't say. It just smells wrong. Unnatural. Drinking it wouldn't kill me, but it would not be pleasant.
I don't have all day, true soul.
Fine. I'll do it. Darling, I've had a sudden change of heart. After all, who could resist such a delectable neck? Hold very, very still.
Incredible. Incredible.
Oh, hells.
Not to your taste.
You're fetid, full of corruption.
I feel exquisite, though. So here's my part of the bargain. I hope you find it as satisfying as I found this. It was everything I imagined, and then more. I'll be able to put this to good use. You haven't felt like prey in many moons, Araj.
My...
Welcome back, true soul. Welcome back, Ed. Welcome back, True. Oh? Well, I'm afraid I have quite enough for my purposes. From you, at least. If you know of any other true souls willing to aid my research, though.
Oh, I could go for a good meal.
Araj, should you be interested, I have a particular offer I'd like. With one drop, I can brew a rather potent potion for you. The rest, just a little There we are.
What's next, I wonder?
Araj, should you be interested, with one drop, just a little There we are.
Don't touch me.
Welcome back. With one drop, I can brew just a little There we are. If only he had gone further.
Let's get on with it.
Attention!
Seek and you shall find me.
Tremors together, like a child at her first miniature.
Well, well, well.
Let me work my magic.
Brothers, sister, pray with me while we pray.
I'm not worthy. I never learned the words.
Yes, you did. She gives them to you fully formed.
They hold up somewhere, planning to burst in, spells ablaze, and rescue us.
Get us out of here.
Damn straight. Without me, everything will be for naught. Your feet fly fast, my tools. Something.
Hey, good looking.
Elminster's not around, so might as well.
I'd love to, thanks.
All comfortable, I hope.
Delightful accommodation. You spoil us,
Come on, let's go.
Keep your distance, darling.
My faith will guide me. What's that?
burn yourself.
Can't afford to stay idle.
Someone there?
What's the story?
That is the plan, Nichols. There's something evil here. Below. Down. Down.
Breathe. I've got you.
Unless this evil can get us out of here, I don't want to hear about it.
Let's explore.
Patched up, pushing on.
We should leave. And soon.
That is the plan, Nichols. There's something evil here. Below. Down. Down.
Breathe. I've got you.
Unless this evil can get us out of here, I don't want to hear this is it.
We should leave. And soon.
That is the plan, Nichols. Below. Down. Down.
Breathe. I've got you.
Unless this evil can get us out of here. I don't want to hear. This is it. Good work. We're gonna wait until it's quiet and then bust out the back wall. We'll grab the tieflings along the way. We'll need them if it comes to a fight. You, however, are the clincher. Once we move, keep the patrols busy. If the bastards spot us, all of bloody Moonrise will come down on us. We'll move once it's...
My pleasure.
I know. And I'll be right alongside you if it comes to that.
We won't let them win. Not now, not ever.
Regardless, know this. I am the Warden. The prisoners are my charges. A pity you're already failing, then.
Yes, let's. No rest for the wicked, I see.
Boat's good to go. All that's left is to ship off. My plan for now is to hide out on the water. Unless you have a better idea.
Careful, I might.
Even if I need to kill every bastard in this hellpit. We won't let them win. Not now, not ever.
I submit to you. Or
You're not dying. Not for a long, long time. Extremities, even organs can all be removed. Piece by piece. Yet still you'll breathe.
I bet you use that line a lot.
I do. And every single time, the prisoner cries out for the Absolute, right before they die. You will be no different, little Wolverine.
Shall we?
I must make it to Baldur's Gate! I must!
Ordered it.
Good. My plan for now is to hide out on the water. And that's safe?
You drift through the dark until time, skill, or luck brings you to Last Light's dock.
Hold there! You can't just land and start unloading strangers. They're procedures, damn it! No one gets in without being tested. Commander Jahira's orders. Here, form a line. Let's see if the Absolute's little pet recognizes any of you.
The Absolutes, what? What are you doing?
Enough playing, true soul. It's time to see what you've brought us. Now, form a line. I'll not ask again. That's it. This won't take long.
Can we hurry this up? I need a drink. Now.
This is ridiculous. As if I'd let some parasite infect me.
Is anyone keeping an eye on this?
Keep your distance.
What's on your mind?
These flaming fists don't take themselves half seriously, do they?
We have to worry about parasites now.
I want to go inside, to the wood and stone, where it's quiet, safe.
This is a waste of time. I certainly don't have one. Where is
Welcome to Last Light.
Come here, darling.
I was so scared I'd lost you.
Me too. But we're here now. Safe. Credit where it's due. Bex, this is the one who helped me and the others escape.
This isn't the first time you've helped us. Saved our lives, really. Why? How lucky we are to have met you. I believe you're the noblest person I've ever known.
Hey?
You are. And we'll never forget it. Never, ever. Here. Take these for the road. It's the least I can do. So, shall we thank you for bringing Danis back? So...
I owe you my life. That's not a debt I'll soon forget. Thank you.
Mol can be cranky and mean, but she looks after us. So, stock up, all right? Because you pleasure.
You think I wasn't?
We're bruised.
You're here! You're all right! How?
We're two tiefling queens, remember? I couldn't leave my favorite bard without her partner in crime. I did have some help from an old friend, though.
How did you do it? In ballads, they'd call you talented and courageous.
You forgot, incredibly good-looking.
Lacrissa!
What? It's true.
I never thought I'd see... well, anyone again. Thank you. 1,000 times, thank you. One last favor. Take this off my hands. It suits you better.
Why are you smiling at me?
I'm just glad you're safe.
Uh-huh.
God, you smell like a brewery.
What does that have to do with anything?
You're enough than us when you're sober. Never mind drunk.
Oh, don't get all high and mighty with me, Leah.
I'm glad it was you who walked through that door. Thank you.
Things in Moonrise were... bad. Real bad. Thank you for getting me out of there.
Did you enjoy relaxing here while I battled that wretched darkness? What were you thinking?
I'm sorry, we got captured by murderous lunatics!
I thought you were dead, you ass! Both of you!
We're all safe, Roland. That's what matters.
I was just overwhelmed. Doesn't matter.
I'm sorry. We should have been here.
No, it's not your fault. I shouldn't have shouted. I'm sorry.
Thank you for saving me. And the two idiots.
I've lashed out at you, drunkenly and otherwise, and you helped anyway. You didn't deserve that. I'm sorry. And thank you. You went out of your way to help us. It's only right you get something in return. Here. I hope it helps.
Perimeter's clear, Mom. Good. We'll leave soon. We don't want any surprises. Yes, Mom.
How about you? You alright?
Me? I'm fine.
I've thanked you once already. Don't be greedy.
Thank you. I never thought I'd see these two again. It's good to be back.
I'm not the best at showing it, but I love Cal and Roland to death. They're family. Thank you for bringing us back together.
What are you doing? You...
Uh-huh.
Ketheric's lackeys found me already. Blast it all! You need to deal with him.
The towers were here. Soot. Sulfur.
Ketheric's forces are infiltrating this place. You've got to take the fight to them.
The shadows haven't consumed you. Good. Gruesome, isn't it? I'm glad you survived the encounter, at least. Did you learn anything more? Chosen? Oh, that's 3 masters Ketheric has served. Our paladin isn't very picky. He's aligned himself with mind flayers. But I cannot see what he gains. Perhaps we can force it out of him once we have him up against a wall. Was there anything else? The great general is paranoid. Good. That means he's protecting something. I'll wager it's the source of his invulnerability. He'd protect that at any cost. Was there anything else? Then speak.
Perfect. Damn it. Ah, everyone seems to be quite a flutter. Do you know why? You did? But that means... Wulbrin! Wulbrin! Oh, where is he? Ah!
How about you? You alright?
Me? I'm fine.
Could be a lot worse, Roland.
Wulbrin!
I heard you might be about. How the devil did you get stuck here, Barkas?
I'm not stuck. I came to find you, of course.
Why would you do a foolish thing like that? Really, Barkas?
Unfortunately for me, you're my friend. Rescuing you from mortal peril is my right.
But you didn't rescue me, did you? I rescued myself, with the aid of this helper.
Ah, it's you. I should have guessed. Thank you very much for your help finding Wulbren.
You don't belong here, Barcus. As soon as the way is clear, pack up and head to Baldur's Gate.
But... Wulbren... The rune powder... We need to discuss what you're going to...
I said go home!
Please, that isn't necessary.
Indeed. Neither of you has any clue what's at stake. And why should you? It's Iron Hand gnome business. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a great deal to do.
Well, there we have it. Wulbren is safe and sound. Thanks to you. I owe you a great deal. The brilliant retort, for starters. Here you are. As promised. I give you the brilliant retort. Now, I believe our business is well and truly concluded. Don't judge him too harshly. He's been through a lot. When he's had some rest, he'll be back to his usual self. Well, once you're used to someone, you're used to them. Well, perhaps Wulbren is right. Perhaps I ought to return to Baldur's Gate. Oh, that's all right. I'm a patient fellow. I'm sure you'll clear a path for everyone soon enough.
And are you?
Have you forgotten what's at stake? Every moment Ketheric lives is another I am away from Baldur's Gate. I need to return, and soon.
Aren't you going to take down Ketheric? We'll support you from here.
I hope you get him. Ketheric and the like. I know you can.
Seems someone's been skimming our supplies. Is anyone keeping an eye on those children from El Dorel? Maybe not, Mom.
I'm just glad you're safe.
Yes? I'm sure you would. If you're done.
I'm glad it was you who...
Anything happened while I was away?
Too much. I can't wait for things to just be... quiet.
It'll be quiet in the city. We'll have a little house, maybe a garden.
That sounds perfect.
Perimeter's clear, Mom. Good.
I question who is really on our...
Can't sleep, so I might as well hammer. Need anything? I'll be here if you need...
Thank you for bringing...
Nathaniel? Is he all right? He is? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I haven't been able to sleep, knowing he was trapped in that wretched place. Thank you for saving him when I couldn't. I can rest now. Finally.
Patrols report more activity among...
Duke Ravengard is more than our...
He looks a little better, doesn't he? Art, that is.
Thank you again.
Mole can be cranky and mean.
Why are you smiling at me?
I'm just glad you're safe.
Uh-huh.
What's on your mind?
I know.
Well, hello.
I shall be here in my camp for whenever. As the
choice.
Hey, soldier.
I guess I can take...
Oakfather preserve you.
You've got something to say?
You wish to consult me? I was the Absolute's dagger. I remember every throat that it held me to, and every drop of blood it forced me to spill. I take no responsibility for the lives I took. I did nothing in the Absolute's name. I was merely a weapon that it wielded. I would rather die than endure it again. The tadpole, the Absolute. They work together like a drug. I did not feel I was compelled to act against my will. I felt ecstatic to serve. Every action seemed a deliberate choice. The best choice. Even though I could no more have resisted its commands than flesh can resist decay. Even rational minds like ours cannot reject such a powerful influence. The Absolute can make the impossible seem inevitable. I fought at his side once, shortly after my conversion. Before the battle, he was everything a general should be. A charismatic leader with a brilliant strategic mind. And when the fighting began, he led his troops from the front and cut through the enemy like a scythe through stalks. Blows and arrows rained down on him, and before long, his face was a mask of blood. But he did not fall. He did not even falter. When we won the day, Ketheric's armor was bent and shattered, but his flesh was unmarked. I have lived long enough to know that few things are impossible in this world. Oh, Ketheric's power is a rare thing, though. I have never seen its like. There is a connection to this night song of Balthazar's, whatever or whoever it might be. We must find it and destroy it. I took up my oath long ago, when I swore bloody vengeance against any who defied Loth. Now, I myself have sinned against the Spider Queen. Though my faith is shattered, my oath endures. I am sworn to destroy all those who serve the Absolute. When I have had my vengeance on the cult, I do not know if my oath will still hold. I do know that when I take the Absolute's power, I will not lose control of it as our enemies have. I will harness it to create a more perfect world. Any who object to the laws of that world will have no place in it, of course, and I will gladly eradicate them. A disparate collection of vagabonds and strays. Did you have anyone particular in mind? She is tolerable, but her faith in the Lady of Loss is poisonous. The very concept of Sharan worship is self-indulgent. They would have you think every whispered word and hidden thought is of value. But it is not so. I have performed 1,000 interrogations, squeezing out the most guarded secrets held in heart, mind, and soul. I can tell you this. When the trivial parts have been whittled away and I have sifted through what remains, in most cases, a person amounts to nothing at all. He's been deprived of freedom and strong blood for so long that he is addicted to both. While those addictions have their hold on him, he is still a slave. Free. What purpose does he have that does not involve his master? He fears him, he hates him, he dreams of him, and he will either kill him or die trying. Astarion is no more free of Cazador than you or I are free of our tadpoles. He will only be free when Cazador is dead, and that is as it should be. When the time comes, we must hope that he does not only take Cazador's long life, but the power that has sustained him as well. I have encountered few Githyanki in my life. Those that I did were raiders. They croaked out pleas for mercy in their alien tongue as they died. Meeting Lae'zel makes me wish I knew more of their culture. To one who only sees the surface of things, perhaps, you should look deeper. There is a fanaticism in the Lolth swarm that lends itself to chaos. They turn their blades on one another as readily as on outsiders. The Gith have stricter hierarchies and stronger commitment to a single cause. Some, like Lae'zel, question that cause. But even so, she retains the discipline of her training. He is exceedingly self-righteous. Amusing, considering he bound himself to a devil. Will doesn't just have blood and dirt on his hands. He has stains on his soul. Those last more than a lifetime. It is as it should be. Purity of soul and deed will not help us to survive the Absolute. I would rather be allied with a warlock than the spoiled son of a noble who has more experience with diplomats than devils. I have never known anyone so ferocious and unassailable in battle, and yet so fragile and impermanent in their very being. I often think of mortality as a curse. In time, all that I am and all that I have known and learned will be lost. In time, our cities will be dust. Karlach does not seem to have such anxieties. Perhaps because she cannot afford to. She exists in the moment, and she will burn out and be gone in a moment. There is something very beautiful about that.
I was hoping you'd come to chat. What do you need? Very serious of you. But go ahead. Fine. What's on your mind?
Quite ready for you.
What's that?
Yes, why not?
Hardly a challenge.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Whatever comes, I'm ready.
Which way to the nearest library?